Coming up this week, we tell you about a bill that could mean a full-time return to school.
Lila shows us some local businesses hiring teens.
And Stephen highlights a local author in our Black History Month Spotlight.
It's Friday, February 12th, and the buzz starts right now.
Happy Friday, Fort Mill. I'm Michael.
And I'm Hannah. Our winter athletes are still working hard, but with the warmer temperatures in Fort Mill, spring sports will be here before you know it.
Here's Delaney to let you know how winter sports are wrapping up.
Hey Fort Mill, I'm Delaney and you're watching The Buzz Sports. Boys and girls basketball faced off against NAFO last Friday. The girls lost 46-35 and the boys secured another blowout win 38-39. The boys finished their season with a 9-7 overall record. Girls basketball challenged Clover on Monday and lost 60-43. And on Thursday, the girls faced off against Gaffney and won 43-42. The girls will play their last game of the season against Clover on Monday. Varsity Wrestling will compete in the first and second round state dual matches this Saturday at home at 11. And be sure to tune in next week for an inside look at how the girls soccer team is preparing for their upcoming season. I'm Delaney reporting for The Buzz Sports.
Thanks, Delaney. Our athletes are still working hard, even with the stress of a new semester.
And there's a bill in the South Carolina State House right now that could impact when we return to school full-time.
I sat down with Mr. Scroggs to find out more about this bill and what it means for the students. On Tuesday, the South Carolina Senate voted to advance a bill that would do two things. First, it would bump teachers up to the 1A category so they could get the COVID vaccine sooner. But after that happens, school would be required to offer 5-day-a-week classes in person.
So there'd be about a 30-day rollout period for teachers to get vaccinated, get both shots, in a 2-week grace window, and then schools would have to offer a 5-day-a-week face-to-face plan. Currently throughout the state, we have just under half of all districts operating on some sort of either hybrid or virtual model. So we would eliminate that, and in every district in the state would offer some sort of 5-day-a-week face-to-face.
If the bill passes through the House, it goes to the governor's desk. But he's tweeted against this bill, calling it, quote, unethical, immoral, and unacceptable.
Governor McMaster has been very vocal that he believes that we should not prioritize teachers over those who are at greater risk, those being 65 and older. He's been vocal saying he will not support the bill. As a matter of fact, it's believed that he will veto the bill. We're going to have the availability of those desk shields that we rolled out earlier. We know that that is not something that is going to necessarily make it easier to see and hear and learn in the classroom, but it is something that is going to help us feel safer. In addition, we're also going to look at rolling from 3 lunches to 4 lunches. So smaller lunches, more frequent lunches will still allow us to keep some distancing.
You can follow this bill on the scstatehouse.gov website. Reporting for The Buzz, I'm Hannah.
Thanks, Mr. Scroggs, for explaining that bill more in depth.
Although we may not be on the hybrid schedule forever, many students like to take this time to relax or even get a part-time job.
Many local businesses are looking into hiring high school students. So here's Lila to give you some tips on how you can make some extra cash after school.
During COVID, it has been hard for teenagers to find jobs. Today I'm taking us to 2 local businesses that are hiring. Our first location is Witt's Frozen Custard.
And we do scoops and shakes and floats, and we package it up. We make our custard fresh each day. And really my preference is as somebody who has very little or no experience, because that way they haven't gotten bad habits or bad feedback from some of the other places that they've worked. I think it's really the perfect first job for a lot of people, because it's not, what we do isn't overly complicated.
I also went to Baker's Buzzin'. Located in Stonecrest Boulevard in TKK, Baker's Buzzin' is a family-owned business that teaches children how fun cooking can be.
We do cooking classes, we do birthday parties, tons of summer camps, all kinds of like kids night out, like where kids come and make a meal and kind of eat it or make it all just, like a cupcake night, like cupcake challenge, stuff like that. We don't hire professional chefs here. Okay, so you don't have to, just because we're cooking with kids, doesn't mean that we're looking for someone that can run a restaurant. We're just looking for people who have basic cooking skills, know how to follow a recipe.
These two small businesses are just a few of the great choices for your next job. We'll post info on how to apply on our Instagram at thebuzztv_FMHS. Reporting for The Buzz, I'm Lila.
Thanks, Lila. It's always helpful to see what businesses are hiring teenagers.
Back in the halls of Fort Mill High School, you've probably seen different classrooms honoring different people in Black history.
This week, Stephen highlights a woman from York County in our spotlight of Black History Month.
If you were to ask Doranda Sanders who she is, you might expect her to mention her status as an award-winning novelist and food writer. But to Miss Sanders, nothing is more important than her beginnings as a farmer. Sanders was born in Filbert, South Carolina, an unincorporated community in York County. She grew up working on her family's peach farm, harvesting and selling produce at a local food market. During her free time, Sanders recalls gathering around Storytelling Rock with her siblings, where they would create and tell stories for hours on end. Her first published novel was Clover, a story about the relationship between a young black girl and her white stepmother. Clover became a bestseller, winning Sanders the Lillian Smith Award for its vision of racial equality. She also wrote Her Own Place, a story about a woman who buys and works on a farm to support her family. This story captures the struggles of women who suffered during and after World War II. Sanders' talent for capturing the lives of ordinary people allowed her to craft impactful, personal stories. Despite her success as an author, Miss Sanders has never lost touch with her roots. She still lives in South Carolina, writing and farming in the region she loves. Reporting for The Buzz, I'm Steven.
Thanks, Stephen. Follow us on social media at TheBuzzTV to find out more ways you can celebrate Black History Month.
Emma and Sophie will be back next week for another great show. Until next time, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Michael.
Have a great Valentine's Day, Fort Mill.
You must be a pimple because you popping.
Your hand looks heavy. Let me hold it for you. Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. Life without you is like a broken pencil. Pointless.
Do you like basics? How do you feel about a date?
On a scale of 1 to 10, you're the 9 and I'm the one you need.